What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back. My name is Let 'em Peek. Today I am bringing you the update for RailRoads Online. For you guys that know this game, you probably love this game. I'm becoming very quickly addicted to it. So are some of my friends. I've got people that are going to be getting into the game. I plan to do a lot of things with this, but there was an update this morning. Tonight is October 29th. There was an update this morning. It's a quality of life update to the game. I kind of liked it a little bit more before, but it's more realistic. This game is built on realism, the physics, the layouts, everything. And that's one of the things that is so appeasing about this game is the realism. You got to remember, we're still in alpha in this game, and the devs are working like crazy, and they're making new materials for us. They're coming out with new content soon. They're fixing all the bugs that all the players are finding and reporting. But we're going to talk about specifically the update that just came out. Now, if you guys play this game and you haven't played this game in a couple days, you might want to go check on your worlds, because they put in a tool in the game and it's deleting some people's tracks. People that didn't lay track correctly, gone. Which, it needed to happen. Let's be honest. I think this tool that they did is going to end up being really nice. But what did they change? What are the big changes in this update? For one, that good stuff right there, no longer free. Living the good life for a while. We got to actually make our own firewood to fuel the trains. I don't know what you do if you can't get any firewood, because they don't spawn these full. So hope you had your trains loaded. So the firewood is an update. Looky. Water tower has water in it now, boys. No longer infinite. Same thing with the sand house. No longer infinite. They did put a little ladder right here. Whoa. They put a ladder. Whoop. You could jump up here. You can operate this. That's kind of cool. Go up. But the sand house and the water tower, they refill automatically. Although I know for a fact the water tower takes a long time. It's only gone up 20 something points in like an hour. So that's a lot. But the fire depot is pretty important. So let's go ahead and put the other log on here. And you guys need to know how to do this. Obviously, I'm going to have a fire depot at everywhere I stop, because you just cannot be without firewood. Not in these trains. You can see my firewood is 100, 100, 100, 100. Okay, so one log makes 5 for each slot. That comes out to 20 pieces of firewood. One log. Keep that in mind. Now, I'm not going to be able to drop these logs off and make more firewood, because I already have a surplus. 7 of 32 waiting to be cut up, which is something I think you're going to see a lot of people that play this game all the time. They're going to stock up like this, so they just don't have to worry about it every single day. They stock up, and then after 3, 4, 5, 6 days of like heavy gameplay, then they can refill it again. So that's not that big of a deal. Initially, it's a big deal, but overall, at the end game, it's not that big of a deal. So, how do you do it? Well, I always thought that was the front. It's not. This is the front. This is where you drop off logs. So you're going to want to place it about yay far from the edge of the track. This is very important. Too far back, your logs will fall on the ground and you will cry in sadness because you are wasting valuable resources. Too close, and you could potentially run your train into it. So you just got to get it right there. It's not terribly difficult. You just got to get it, about yay far from the track. And here's why. So we run up to the cart, we pull these off, and look where they fall. Right on the edge of the platform, and you can see wood is stacking in here. Wood is getting ready to be cut into firewood. Now we have 13 of 32. So that is a pretty big change. It's actually a huge change. And if you run out of firewood, that's pretty much that. So now that you know how to use the Firewood Depot, and I suggest making one up here where we get the logs and then working from there, which I've got a 9-car flat top set up here. It took, what was it? Well, it's 6, 12, 18, 24. So 4 cars per Firewood Depot, fills it up. Doesn't fill up the reserve, but it fills it up with a couple logs left over, but that's neither here nor there. But that would refill 2 Firewood Depots. So I could refill this one, and I could refill the one back at the freight depot. And then I would have fuel to get around, right? Obviously, you're going to want to refill the side storage. You're going to want to top that off too, and then just not worry about firewood for, at least a few days if you play the game a lot. Or maybe your train takes a lot. I don't know. But firewood is no longer free. Sucks, but it adds to the realism of the game, and I like it. So let's dive into the other changes, shall we? I've got them pulled up right here. I just realized I'm using game capture, and you guys can't see this. So I'll read them to you. Okay, so they said that they have optimized the regulator, the reverse controls, and the networking code for first-person interactions in the locomotives. Reverse controls and regulator controls. I didn't know there was a problem with them, but hey, that's just the words. That's just these devs working on their game, refining their game, paying attention to the game. That's something that you don't see all that often in video games. And being that this game's in alpha, it's pretty impressive that they're doing that. Okay, water tower capacity is 360. We know, I showed you. Does take a while to fill back up. Water tower's free. You can always tear it down, put a new one in if you really need water. Or just run, 2 or 3 or 4 water towers and just let them fill back up. Just move to the next one, let it fill back up, kind of thing. That's also a possibility. Water now adds 100 kilograms, or it's kg, I don't know that metric. I think it's kilograms per drop. Sand tower is 10 kilograms per drop. I already showed you the ladder on the edge of the sand house. Whistle increment reduced from 10% to 5%. I don't really know what the big change there is. You pull it and it goes beep. Whatever. This one is interesting. Increase wheel slip from 0% to 3% for the current tractive force. It was at 0 and now it's at 3. So are we going to see more wheel slipping? I think that's what that means. Which will be interesting. It'll add a whole new metric into the game, Seeing wheel slip. That's something else they said they fixed. We'll get to that in a second, is actually being able to see the wheels spinning, having to hit the sander to try and get some speed going up these grades. Synchronized UI with current locomotive values. No idea what that means. If you guys know what some of these mean and I don't, and please put it in the comment section. I would love to know. What else? Increase chute, spout, input detection. So I'm guessing that means water tower comes down. It's not perfect on it. Now it can be kind of over here and it still detects it. I guess that's what that means. I'm not sure. They don't explain it. They just tell us what they did. Increased iron and coal ore mesh loading speed. That's probably handy. Adjusted smelter iron ore hitbox. Adjusted smelter building hitbox. It sucks to run into things. Derail the whole train. They did the same thing with the refinery crude oil hitbox. Adjusted it. Increase firewood throw velocity by 50%. Everyone that's ever played the game has been going down the track, driving manual, first person, feeling kind of cool. Oh, we need to throw some firewood in there. Grab some firewood, throw it into the bin, and it goes out the back of the train. So they increase that throw speed so we can throw it in there easier. So that's cool. That's good. I like that. This one I need to test out tonight when my buddy gets on, because he bought a locomotive that doesn't have brakes. It says they added locomotive brake to class 70 locomotive. Is that the DRG, DRJ, DGD, whatever that thing is? I hate that thing because it doesn't have brakes. Please tell me that's the model that gets the brakes, because, oh, goodness, I can't stand it. Cannot stand it. Oh, I hope they added that. So here are the bug fixes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bug fixes, with the one at the end being the most important for me. Okay, so bug fixes: firewood depot, logs, lumber, beams, cordwood to create fire. Someone's going to have to figure out logs, lumber, beams, cordwood, and let me know what makes the most firewood, because I will be very curious. What's it say? Cable of sandhouse spout. Just says it's fixed. I didn't notice a problem. This is one that is going to be pretty interesting, and it correlates to one above. No visible wheel spin. So when they said they added the wheel slip from 0% to 3% of the current tractive force, they're also saying that people could see it. And now they fixed that. So that's going to add like a whole new metric into the game. Like if you're going up a grade and you dump in 100% power, and all of a sudden you see your wheels start spinning, where before you wouldn't have seen it. You had no idea, but now we're going to know. So then you hit the sander or pull back on the power or something, right? So that's pretty interesting. The Handcar, any of you use the Handcar? I don't. I tried it once. It's too slow. Well, now you can re-rail it. Before you couldn't re-rail it. Now you can re-rail it. This one pertained to me. The re-rail tool would lock in an incorrect angle. So you would go to re-rail a car, and here's your track, and it would put the car like this, and it'd fall off. That drove me crazy. So now, I think what that means is that it'll lock to the track and drop on the track. I'm not talking about curves or anything like that. I'm talking the car would be perpendicular to the track, and there's nothing you could do about it. You had to go up and down the track until you found a curve and then try and put it on the curve. It was a big pain. Hopefully that's what they fixed. Fixed bug where chute would crash game upon spawning a freight item. That doesn't pertain to me. I haven't made it that far, but I'm glad they fixed it before I got there. Fixed bug where iron ore would not be detected by smelter. Again, glad they fixed that before I got there. I just got there in my buddy's world. Fixed bug where reverser would be in inverted position while driving. I've never seen that. Reverser would be in an inverted position while driving. Never happened to me. Excuse me. Linking a track on a grade would cause a super elevation of the new track. I have seen that. I hope they're talking about bridges as well. I was talking with a dev the other day, and they said they were looking into that too, where you put like a 3-degree bridge, and as you're turning and moving around the terrain, it'll actually go like this. So you'll have like a steeper grade, and then you'll have a flatter grade. So hopefully, if that's not fixed here, hopefully that's fixed soon, because you can see it. If you look for it, you can see it. And this is the biggest bug fix type of thing. They didn't really fix the bug. What they did is they added something to the splines of the track. So splines check for invisible meshes and delete them. I think that was a serious problem, where you would go to link track, like track A and track B, and you go all the way across America and you link them together, and something invisible sits right here between the two tracks. And when you come at it 90 miles an hour, you go bing, boom. And then it's like, where did my train cars go? I think that's what they fixed. That's what it sounds like from reading it. They don't go into explanation or details, which is unfortunate because I would like to know. But it is what it is. So that is all the patch notes. Now, if you like this game, if you want to see people playing it, I'm typically a live streamer. I do most of my stuff live. But I'm going to start making videos because not everyone can catch live streams. I try and change up the times. I try to be consistent on the regular times, just so everyone can watch and hang out. And I've found about 40% of the people actually end up watching the streams when the stream is not going. So if you're one of those people, I hope that you can make it to some of these streams if you want to. If not, hopefully the videos are more your style, like this one. This is actually the first video I'm doing on RailRoads Online. So if you like what I'm doing, if you want to see more of this, RailRoads or Warships or all the other games that I'm going to end up playing, War on the Sea, Rocket League, whatever, hit the subscription button. Let me know in the comments below. Stop in the live stream. Say hi to everybody. We got a great community in the live streams. Stop in. Say hi. But until then, I'm out. Peace.